Well, for more, let's now speak to Dr. Seijiro Takeshita, Professor of the School of Management and Information at University of Shizuoka. Doctor, many thanks for speaking to us. Well, Shinzo Abe was considered both a popular and also actually a divisive figure. How will he be remembered by the Japanese public, and what will his legacy be?
Well, it's in various areas, particularly in the field of economics, as you just reported, Abenomics, particularly the first arrow, which resulted in pulling, Japan out of the strong yen doldrum and flourishing the Japanese exporters. Now, we don't know about the other two arrows because the trajectory of these two arrows are very long. But that said, he's definitely built a plateau for those issues. And he's also known for womenomics, trying to get more women into work, and also from the foreign policy side. He made very eloquent ties, particularly continues with the United States through two presidents who are totally different, especially he did a very good job in sustaining a relationship with Mr. Trump. Internally, I think he did a wonderful job of regaining the power back to the politicians from the bureaucrats. There's, obviously a reason why he was the longest serving, prime minister, as he has made many of these feats possible.
Yes, quite a legacy there, as you're explaining. Yeah. Now, we know that Abe was out campaigning when he was shot, of course. What impact do you think this will have on Japanese politics?
Japanese politics as a whole, in the short to mid-run, there is a bit of a negativity because even, though Mr. Abe retired from the front line, he was a very strong figure to connect Japan and the United States, particularly on the side of the American Republicans. And we know that, their midterm election may turn out to be the situation where, Republicans may get a very, very strong vote. Then within the Japanese politics, who other than Abe-san, who has such good ties with them. So it will be a bit of a damage, particularly on the bridging with the U.S.-Japan relationship through his very unfortunate, assassination.
Yeah, and we're just seeing the pictures there rerun of the incident, and they really are shocking every time you watch them. Now, gun crime is pretty much unheard of in Japan. Can you tell us what is the feeling in the country around what happened and how exactly it was allowed to happen?
Well, as you just reported, in Japan, we only had one death from, gun crime last year and 4 the year before last. So you can say it's virtually non-existent. And to have this kind of a gun crime to our prime minister, who had basically served us the longest term of well over 2,800 days, and, whether you're pro or anti-Abe, everybody knows, as we just talked, he has made a very, very strong positive progress for Japan as a whole. And to basically, to answer to his deeds through the bullets is certainly, not the methodology that, the Japanese are used to. We don't have gun crimes and, we may have some political gluts and, arguments, but it doesn't evolve into, assassinations. So at this point, to be honest with you, the Japanese public in general are just simply godsmacked, myself included.
Dr. Takeshita, many thanks for your thoughts.